Hey, what's up? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It is Thursday. It's Thursday. Welcome in. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Get Together. Platform, meetup, whatever you want to call it. I don't care as long as you're here, and thank you for being here. What's going on, everybody? I'm Donna. I'm the creator of the Real Life Relationship Growth channel, platform, get together, whatever. Like I said, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for taking time out on your Thursday, almost Friday, to hang out and be with me and my peoples while we have these discussions and we try to grow. We try to grow. All right, all right. So, not going to be long with the introductions because, we got something new tonight. We have something new tonight. Y'all can call in. Y'all can call in. I love that option. I love it. So, this is the criteria, real quick, for you to be a part of this family. You have to be single, dating, courting, engaged, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria for you to be a part of this family, this thing right here. Guarantee 21, at least 21 and up to infinity. You fall under one of these categories. All right? You fall under one of these categories. So let me say this really quick. I am not a relationship expert. I'm navigating the hell out this thing every day. Woo! But I'm not a relationship expert. I take my ups and I pour more into them and I spread them out and give them and try to share with others. I take my downs and I share those too. Because this ain't all roses and flowers and butterflies and unicorns and all of that stuff. This is life. There are going to be some challenges and some difficulties, but I always say it's not what you go through, it's who you are when you come out of it. It's who you are on the other side. And my prayers are, Lord, make me better in every situation. Make me better. Make me come out on the other side. Um, sorry. Make me come out. Help me to come out on the other side better. Better. That is my prayer. I don't know why this is bothering me, y'all. My apologies. Turn that down. Because I have to share across streams because we want to be sure. So let me be sure we're good. Let me share here. This is acting up. Why are you blinking out on me? All right, it's blinking out on me. So I want to try to share across real quick um, because we want to be sure we're live everywhere we need to be. Um, and it doesn't seem like it's connecting for me on Facebook. I see myself on Facebook, but we're gonna take it around to the other. So that's all right. It's all right. All right. Okay. Not live on Facebook. I thought so. Thank you. Thank you. I love my people. I love my people because they always help me out. So let me do this. Let me get them on, and then I'm gonna go back as we talk, and we're gonna try to get this thing going. So my right hand is not with us tonight. We're not sure if she's going to make it. If she does, Corey B, we love you, girl. If she doesn't, Corey B, we love you, girl. She had another engagement tonight, and she said she's going to do that. Then she's going to try to jump in. So hopefully she'll make it. But my right hand is not here. Yo, we got this thing now we call north, south, east, west, northeast, whatever it is. Let me bring my look. Let me bring my brothers on. Forget
Hey
the
Donna,
directional thing. What's up, Tony?
how you doing?
Hey, hey. Tony, while he gets his sound together, let me bring my other brother on. Mr. Landy, hey King.
What's up? It's the king of the north.
All right. It's not y'all sound, it's my sound. Yeah, all
Right.
right. Got it. My apologies. It's on me. It's on me. What is what is happening? All right. The king of the north. I don't know what's happening right now, but that's all right. We're gonna get it straight. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We're good. We're good. Facebook is doing its own thing. One of these kids is doing. Facebook is doing its own thing, which is why.
It's live on Facebook.
Huh?
It's live on Facebook now.
It's live on Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Either way, guys, do me a favor. Go over to YouTube. I need you guys to go over to YouTube, please. Like, subscribe. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure y'all hitting those likes all night, though. Make sure y'all hitting those likes all night. All right, fellas, we're going to get started with this thing. We are going to get started. Our topic tonight is worst date ever. Worst date ever. So I felt like we needed to do something a little lighthearted, a little fun coming back since we missed last week. And this popped up, worst date ever. One of my girls actually sent me a video too, and I was like, wow, that's crazy how things just kind of correlate together and you don't even know you're doing it. But she sent me a video, and I put the video on here. I put the video on here, and it's kind of lengthy, so I'm not going to play it, but I'm gonna paraphrase it. Right? The girl went on a date with this guy. He'd been checking for her for a while. She said he'd been checking for her for a while. Finally, they go on a date. He's just a little bit older than her. They go on a date, and they go to a corn maze, outside, nice outside date, fall. And he was like, "What would you do if I left you in this maze?" And she was like, kind of threw it. She was like, "What?" She said, "Brother took off."
Oh my gosh.
He took off running. And she was like, she running, trying to keep up with him so she wouldn't get lost. She catches up with him. And she was like, she feeling some kind of way, but she's like, okay, he having fun. It's good. We gonna move on. And he was like, what would you do if I did it again?
Oh my God.
And he took off. He said, this boy's sprinting. He's sprinting. And she running behind him. And she was like, you know what? Forget it. And she stops. And the guy that works at the maze, he came over to her. He said, I saw everything. You all right? And she was like, I'm just lost. I don't. So he got her out of there. He said she couldn't find that brother.
Wow.
Wow.
First day ever. And she just could not understand or get it together why he did that and why he played that game. So I thought that was funny. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's going to be our topic coming back tonight.
Wow.
Worst day ever. Worst day ever. So this is even what's even better about tonight. Y'all get to call in. Get to call in tonight. And we're not just going to read your comments. We are going to listen. We're going to listen. So if y'all give us a minute, I'm going to put the number up. I'll put the number up for you guys to be able to call in. But we do have, I want to say two or three guests already waiting to join us, to come on and join us. So let me ask my brothers real quick. Worst date ever. Worst date ever. Tony, you got one? Worst date ever?
No, I don't really have a worst date.
You
Because I
know?
never, yeah, it was before the first date. But
Okay.
I'll let King go.
Oh my
See what he got.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
King, what you got? Worst day ever, King.
All right, I'm gonna make this quick because it's a long story. So
Okay.
this was back in like 98, 99. I met this chick on I can't remember what dating site was popular then, but met her on there. Went to her house. So she had a cast on her foot, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So took us to the store real quick. Came back. We sitting there chatting. She asked me how old I was. I told her how old I was. She said, "I don't believe you." So she's like, "Let me see your driver's license." I was like, "All right, here." So she takes my driver's license and she runs upstairs. Now, mind you, keep the cast on the foot in mind. So she runs upstairs, and I'm sitting there like, "What's going on?" She had a
Right.
cast on the foot and she ran upstairs. So I'm going upstairs like, what the hell is going on? And she says, you cannot have your driver's license back until we have sex. And I was like, now,
what?
normally the average dude would be like, shit, what? You say less.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I was like baffled. So I'm like, I gotta get my driver's license. So I'm like, so I dive in. It wasn't my best performance, but I performed. So after we finished, I'm laying there like, I did my thing.
Yeah.
She picks up her phone, calls her girlfriend, and says, I got him.
What?
I felt cheap.
Mm.
I felt 5 cent cheap because I'm like, yo, this girl plotted on me and then called the homie after she was done while I'm still laying there. And I'm like, yo,
Are
what's
you still there?
Yeah. So yeah, that was my
Wow.
worst date experience ever.
Wow.
Ever.
Ever. Right. Right. Wow.
All right, you got to beat that.
Yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Because we're rating these tonight.
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
We're rating these tonight, y'all. We're gonna have a winner tonight.
Oh man, are you gonna put a poll up on the screen?
So, look.
Yep. So far, that's number one.
There's number one so far. Let me see. King is in it. Yeah, first place right now.
First place.
King, you in first place right now.
Yes, Christine. I felt. Look, I from that moment on, I know how women feel when a dude dumps and runs. I felt that cheap.
Ooh.
But you never gave your driver's license out again.
Never.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Ever.
So let me ask you, did she have a cast on her foot?
Listen, I told you to keep that in mind. She ran up the stairs with the cast. That's the first thing that blew my head because it's like, yo, you sprinted up the stairs and I didn't hear a bloop, bloop, bloop. I heard a, and I was like, damn.
So my question is, was the cast real? Was it?
Yes, it was real.
So it stayed on the whole
Like
time.
it had different color signatures on it, get well soon, all that. That Joker was real.
Was that your first
girl,
cast
call
girl?
us when it's over.
That was my first Castro.
Cast girl. All right. Got your cast girl.
Yeah.
Check that off the list.
Yeah.
Check it off. So I thought about it, y'all. I thought about it. I could not really think of a worse date. Like the brothers tend to go all out for. No, I was playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, I've thought of some really great dates. Look, really, but I couldn't think of a worse date. So we're gonna move on. Now Crystal, which y'all see Christine on here. She wanted to join us tonight, but she's in an environment that's a little bit loud. So I don't want to miss hers. Did she put it? I thought she put it up there.
No, she doesn't have.
Nope.
I don't see
She
the
said it
full,
won't let her type the full story.
Okay.
but she agreed to a blind date.
Okay, she agreed to a blind date. All right. Okay. All right.
Was he
We'll-
blind or could he see?
We'll just close our eyes and imagine how that went.
Imagine how that went. Yeah. I've never gone on a blind date. That I've never done.
She said my blind date showed up with a Kango cap, brown corduroy matching top and bottom cane, and pinky ring with the cocaine fingernail, looking like Professor Clump. Shaking my head. Security gave him that. I can't breathe.
What? Now, it's hard to kind of rate that because we don't know. Professor Clump might have been a bomb date. How he showed up physically.
Donna. Christine, what year was this?
What year was it?
Was this?
What year was it?
Please.
It had to be in the 80s, man.
No, I bet it was in the early 2000s.
Never know. Christine, yeah, what year was this? We want to know what year. And as you answer what year it was, also let us know, was it a good date though? Was it a bad date? Was it a good date?
She said she would never go on another.
Okay, she said she'll never go on another. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
right.
very
Corduroy is not her thing.
Matching top and bottom.
Matching top.
Oh no.
She went to the bathroom and text SOS.
Oh,
It was early
right.
2000s. It was the early 2000s.
early 2000s.
Oh my
Help
goodness.
me. Somebody come get me.
Wow.
Help me. All right. So
Well, we got a tie, maybe. We got a tie.
we might have a time. Right now, I'm gonna put her in second.
Oh man.
Because the cast kind of got number one right now. That's kind of
Please, somebody beat that.
yeah. So we talked about a few things when we were getting this together, and I wanted to. We were really kind of looking up the meaning of date, because there were some acronyms or whatever. King gave us an acronym. King, what was your acronym for date?
When I say don't assume,
Anticipate. You want me to tell him?
yeah, because I can't remember.
Yeah, I wrote it down. King said, "Don't anticipate touching each other."
Yeah.
Don't anticipate touching each other. We were just throwing some stuff out last night. So when I looked this up, I was, looking up some info to kind of share with y'all, and we kind of, bat off each other. But it says date comes from the Latin word data, meaning given. So going on a date with somebody is literally collecting data about them to make a decision if they're gonna get a second date, if whatever you decide on your dates, getting data to determine where you're gonna be with this person. So we're gonna let one of our guests call in and tell us their worst date ever. We'll keep rating this thing, and then we got a question after that. The first question is going to be, who should pay for the date? Hold on with your answers. Let's get our first caller in. Who do we have first? I think it was Tennille.
No, that was busy. So let's try this.
Next.
Who we calling?
Hi, you record your name and reason for calling. I'll see if this person is available.
Look at this is Mr. 1-800 Written Bay on the real life relationship growth. Come on now, answer the phone and get on here so we can rate your date.
Rate your date.
Rate your date. Who was that? First one?
Please stay on the line.
Whoever had the 313 number.
Okay. Let's see. 313. That was Caroline. No, that was not Caroline. I don't have a 313, King. So let's say this. If you're waiting, Caroline, do us a favor. Go ahead and call in, Caroline. Go ahead and call in. I'm sending her a text
We
too.
need to hear. I'm anxious, man. I want to hear it.
Right. All right. We may have to come back. To Caroline. All right. Let's get to Neil. Let's get to Neil to call in. All right. What is happening?
I don't know what's happening.
That's screaming pay actor, perfect for blind date opportunities. Let's see what's going on. I got a call to my phone. Neil, you calling the wrong phone?
Oh, wait! I was calling the wrong damn numbers. Wait a minute.
All right.
Let
me let's try it again. Well, this is what I'm gonna do.
Wait.
No,
we got you, Tennille.
Oh, who do we have?
We got him.
It's Tennille.
Okay. Hold on, sir. We have a Tennille and a Neil. Neil, I'm gonna text you the right number, okay?
All right.
Okay. All right, Tennille. What's up, Tennille?
What's going on?
Hey.
I'm so tickled.
All
I'm
right.
so tickled. I know this is not new technology, but this is our first time doing it. So I'm so tickled. All right, Neil. Tell us to Neil. Let me get Neil the number. To Neil, where you calling from?
I live in Missouri, but I live in Atlanta, so that's where I'm calling from.
Okay, you in Missouri working?
Working hard.
All right. All right, brother. All right, Tanil, give it to us now. To let us know
All
what
right.
was your worst date ever.
Okay. So I want to qualify because I'm currently with someone. So I just want to qualify. This was a long time ago.
All right.
Long, long. Any men listening know what I'm talking about? This was eons, another lifetime ago. So
Okay.
take a girl on a date that I've been talking to for a long time. She was very, very pretty. She was nice. She was really into social media culture though, like really, really into it. Like lots of pictures online. She was a clout chaser, for lack of a better term, and I don't
Mhm,
even mean that in a negative way. But
mhm.
she was a clout chaser. So we go to a restaurant in Chicago. Again, long time ago, just in case anybody.
I'll vouch for you, Tanil. I'll vouch for you.
Yeah, for sure. 2000. This was 2004.
Okay.
Uh, just kidding. Obviously, it wasn't that long ago, but
Yeah, because you was young
uh,
in 2004.
I was I was like a kid. Anyway, so we get to the restaurant, and just so happened in Chicago that night, Bobby Valentino and Bow Wow come to the are on tour. They finish their concert and they come to the restaurant that we're at.
Okay.
So we're having a great day. Oh, opposite side note, this girl's mother, also a cloud chaser, again, I mean that in a nice way, came
Mhm.
to the same restaurant. It was Kitchen and Cocktails. It was around the time that it had just opened up, and it was hard to get in. I just happened to know somebody who knew somebody who could get me a reservation kind of last minute in Chicago. And we end up at this really nice restaurant. Her mom ends up at the table next to us. Mind you, this is our first date, so it's very, very awkward. I'm talking to the girl. Her mom is a little drunk. She's coming over to the table talking. It's a whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Bobby, Bobby Valentino and Bow Wow come into the restaurant. The girl is like, I want to go take a picture with them. I immediately start hating because I'm a hater. I was like, hey, have you seen the videos of Bobby Valentino being chased down the hall by, because this is a family show, I'm just going to say a lady who was not born a lady.
Hold on. This is a family show, but we all grown. Say what you gonna say, sir.
It was a chick, but she had she had some meat to her. Was
Okay.
chasing Bobby Valentino down the hallway, saying that he didn't pay for services that she had rendered in the past. So I immediately start hating on Bobby Valentino. Like, yeah, I heard he's into women who are really men. I can show you this video. I'm immediately hating, like
Mhm.
unbecoming of me for sure. So she goes over, she gets the picture. Obviously, I'm not too upset. It's a famous person. It's Bow Wow. She's of the Bow Wow era. She gets in the car and she's like, "Oh, I gave him my number." I'm thinking, huh? You done gave her, I didn't. Mind you, if you ever been to Kitchen Cocktails, the bill was like $400. Oh,
Mm,
you done gave him your number. He should have paid for for the food. What are
for
you
the
talking about?
food.
So, I'm an adult. When I drop her off, I'm thinking I'm finna, I didn't pay 400. So to the fellas who on the phone, y'all know what's up. You spend 400 on the food, you're anticipating a fun night for sure. Like
By
you
the
didn't just
power of
drop the 400.
Grayskull.
Yeah, for sure. You didn't pay the 400 for fun. Like you was hoping, this was gonna end up somewhere. She
Mhm.
rushes out the car. The next morning, I see on Facebook she had linked up with Bobby Valentino.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
That's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
you
I think you got your beat, Soul Toucher.
oh,
I
no,
think
oh, no,
I
yeah.
think you might have beat you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
close. It's close.
yeah, it's close. You did all of that. So
Yo,
let me ask, did you see her again after that? Like, did y'all have a conversation?
What?
We had several conversations. Eventually, I got to have a fun time, but I left it there after that because after you mess with Bobby Valentino on our first date, it was over. It was never gonna. We couldn't recover from there for sure.
Yeah.
I said that because I'm too prideful as a man to say, hey, I was a little upset that you messed with Bobby Valentino on the first date. Got too much pride to say that I'm a hater, but yeah. But no, we had several conversations. She's actually a really nice lady. But nah, it didn't work out after she hooked up with Bobby Valentino for sure.
Okay. All right.
I got a question.
What you got, King?
Well, yeah.
So my question is, so she hooked up with Bobby Valentino?
Yes. And we was cool, so she told me about it.
And you had a fun time with her after that?
Down the road, and we use the appropriate amounts of protection for somebody who, if you do people who do other people get.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I'm a man through and through, just like you.
Hmm?
And the fact that Bobby Valentino has this history, and she knows of this, and she played with Bobby Valentino, I would have had to kindly back out from that one.
Yeah, we ain't gonna judge the man for his choices.
Hey, she was and is a baddie for sure. But I didn't always make good choices. But I'm not here to tell you I always make good choices. I've made bad choices.
but it was a long time ago.
Long time ago. That's right.
Right. And most importantly, this was crazy long ago. Just in case anybody who knows me now knows, this was so long ago. Yeah,
that's right.
That's
right.
Statute of limitations is up.
Christine said you dodged the bullet. I agree.
I did. I definitely dodged the bullet. For sure, dodged the bullet.
I agree. All right, Tadil. Hang tight. Hang with us through the show. We're gonna let you
hang with y'all through the show. All right, it was good hearing from y'all. I'm gonna hang with y'all on the live.
Right. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, catch y'all.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Out the gate. That was a good one.
Yeah, I think that got me.
That was a good one. So what? Tennille done moved into the number one spot.
I think that got me.
Yeah, I think we have to give him. I think we have to give him number one, man.
All right. We done moved.
Spent $400. Had to deal with mother,
brother, sister, daughter, and strange man playing.
Oh,
yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah,
that was a lot. And he paid. Ooh. So I'm saying, and we agreeing, Tennille is in the running. He's number one right now.
Audience, what y'all think?
Yeah.
So can he sue
between Tennille, Crystals, and King so far?
Can he sue Valentino for the $400?
Man. Wow.
Long time ago, Tennille. Long time ago. All right, so Tennille is in first. I don't even know if we
try to get Christine on here. I mean Caroline.
Yeah, Caroline says she's on the road. She had she's having bad reception. So let's I'm gonna tell her to try again. See if she wants to try again. Meanwhile,
Neil.
Yeah, let's get Neil on. Neil, if you're listening, I told him I'm gonna text him. I'm trying to man all these devices. Let's see.
Christine says Tennille win. He winning now.
Yes, he is. I totally agree.
But we gotta have something better. There's gotta be something better, way better,
Somebody gonna come with some foolery. I promise.
Somebody gonna come with it. All right. I told Neil to call in. We're gonna wait for Neil. While we waiting for Neil to call in, who should pay for the date, Tony?
Wait a minute.
Oh, he already ready.
Is Neil?
He's dialing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There he is.
There's Neil. Hey, Neil.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Long time no hear from.
Yes, ma'am. And if I pause in about 2 minutes, that's because DoorDash is right down the street. But
okay. All right, Neil. Where you calling from?
I'm from Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama. All right, Neil. Give it to us. Let us hear. What was your worst date ever?
I mean, I was trying to think. I had a lot of bizarre dates, but I was trying to think of worst dates. And I was like, man, and I'm trying to go back and forth between the two. but they're not long and drawn out. There's not a lot of, background and this and that. So I might just hit them both. It was when I first moved to Atlanta back in 2012, just came out of a bad divorce and everything. And, my brother, I call him the mayor of Atlanta. He's like trying to get everybody to move to Atlanta. So, I go down there and, I'm hanging with them and, I'm thinking, like, you know what? I'm ready to talk to some people, and I'm trying to think, well, how do I do that? I was married for 12 years. I've been in a relationship since 1999 and it's 2012. And I feel like, my typical way of doing it is just obsolete. So I'm like, okay, like maybe I should go online. I was like, okay, but how can I do this for free? So don't judge me. But this was back in the day, before that website became crazy. But I went on Craigslist.
Okay.
Now this was the Craigslist, the LTR, the long-term relationship, not the casual section,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, and both of these people that I'm talking about, I met them both here. One, she was a pastor. She showed me pictures of her and her congregation and this and that. And we go on the, the Arabia Mountain Trail and go walking because, you get to know somebody and it's free and you're in public. So, we're walking around and whatnot. And, she invites me over her house one evening, says we can, watch some movies and whatnot. This is before I was naive. I didn't know what Netflix and chill was. So, I'm just like, okay, cool. Oh, hold on. This is the DoorDash. 1 second.
Okay. So while he's getting his DoorDash, who should pay, Tony?
Who should
Who should
pay?
pay for the date?
Well, the man should pay.
The man should pay?
All right, I'm back.
The man should pay.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Neil.
Okay, so, I go to her house. It's probably 8 o'clock. I had no idea what movie it was. I'm watching the movie. I'm into it and everything. And I was like, man, I drank too much before. I came here, too much water, juice, whatever. And I was like, I'll use your bathroom quick. And she's like, one moment. And then she disappears and she goes to, I guess, get around. I don't know. I was like, what is she doing? I mean, shouldn't your bathroom always be clean? So I go in the bathroom and whatnot. And then, I see a couple of critters around, the bathroom, roaches, and I'm like, I should have bailed right then and there. But I was like, Neil, just do your business, get out of there, go enjoy the movie. So I'm watching the movie and then, she starts to, lean over my way, rub a little, feel a little. And I was like, and I'm trying to watch the movie. I was like, yeah. And then she just fully just throws my phone on my hand, straddles me, and she just starts going wild. I was like, wait, what's going on? I was like, I thought you were going to watch the movie. And she's like, no, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, I'm not here for that. So she's like, wait, so you can tell her I'm not going to get now? I was like, no, I'm watching the movie. And she said, get out. Yeah. And I've never been
First place.
I didn't know what Netflix and chill was. I didn't know that was the point of Netflix and chill. I thought I was actually going to be watching the movie and chilling. So I was wrong.
Wait.
And that was
She
the
picked
pastor.
you out, Neil.
That was the pastor too.
The pastor, exactly. I said, and then the pastor, I almost went to a church that day. I was like, yo, pastor, but I was like, you know what? I want to be messy like that. Let me not do that. Let me not do that.
Wow.
And can I squeeze a 3-minute one in there?
Yeah. Give us the other one because if it's better than that.
And now this other one, we were same thing. I start. Hey, let's meet each other at the public place, meet each other at the trail. We walking and talking. It's a very hot July. Parts of you start to sweat, especially if you have a plus size person. I was walking with a plus size girl and, she was cute and whatnot. We were walking and, we sat down on the bench and everything. And she was like, I think you're cute. I was like, well, thank you. I think you're cute too. And her attire was a t-shirt and yoga pants, but she was a big girl. So her yoga pants were stretched to look like stockings, so she takes my hand, puts it in between her legs. And I mean, my hands were just like I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, I was like, hey, let's just get to know each other a little bit more before you go there. But if things go right, we can get there. And then, I was like, oh, my brother's calling me, I gotta go. So, I ran to the car. I was like, hand sanitizer, hand sanitizer. The smell would not go away.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I was pretty close to home. I ran home. I took a whole shower. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I never called her back, like blocked. But yeah, that was the other one. But those are the two worst days, worst moments. Just, yeah.
I think Neil has first and second place.
Yeah, I think so. What say the chat room?
What say you, chat? Oh wow. I'm trying to see, Neil, if the first one was worse or the second. Ooh.
Well, I think the pastor takes that because, at least the other girl didn't say get out, like get off the trail, go home.
True.
No, she was ready for more, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, Neil, you attracting. I don't know what's up, Neil. They all want to give it.
I guess it's just another day in the A, I guess. Now, that's why I'm in Huntsville right now. So it's a little bit calmer here.
She can't get you there. You can't reach to Huntsville. But now we know we probably got somebody on the line that says, well, what's wrong with those dates? Those sound like perfect dates.
Yeah. There's somebody that's like, oh yeah, that works for me. That works for me. Neil, we thank you. We appreciate you. Hang in, Neil, so we can see. But right now, sir, you gold star for Neil.
All right.
How's the hand, Neil?
The hand is good. It has time to recover. The hand is good.
All right. The hand is good.
The hand is good. The hand is good.
Marianne says the second one was nasty. LOL.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
So maybe that was the nastiest date ever.
The nastiest one ever.
Was the worst date ever.
Well, don't forget about the first one had a bathroom full of roaches, and she went to clean it up, and I was like, what did she clean? How much worse was it that it still looks crappy, and then her friends are crawling around in this? So I don't know.
That'd been tough to watch a movie. Then she touching on you, feel like a roach.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely would have been tough. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil.
No problem.
All right. So
I'm not on the line.
You got another caller?
Yeah, she tried to call, so I'm trying to see if I can get her on there.
Okay. Yeah. Caroline?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if Caroline can beat that.
Yeah, let's see what Caroline got.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Donna?
She laughing already.
Where you calling from, Caroline? You say you traveling. Where you coming from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, I guess. That's where I'm living at.
Okay. Yeah, you said you were on the road, so I would say, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm
traveling from down south.
All right. Okay, sis, give us your worst date ever.
Well, I mean, it was bad. The only reason why it was bad was because I think the guy was a little immature. Like, we were eating, and I guess he didn't like the food, so he literally just opened his mouth and started like spitting the food in the plate. Like, he didn't grab a napkin or anything. So it's like, dude, like, he was behaving like a kid. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, no, this ain't
spitting his food out?
Yes. No napkin or nothing. Just kind of like slowly just spitting it in the plate. It was disgusting.
Not slow.
I was like, oh, hell no. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah, something wrong with him. I was like,
Wow. That's crazy. Nasty. We got nasty. We have disgusting.
I mean, are we gonna have to
Teetering
put
on-
these in categories?
No
Yeah,
manners
we
or
obviously
nothing.
need
Like, that's
categories.
crazy. Right.
Ooh. Were you
Yeah.
able, Caroline? Were you able to hear any of the other dates?
No, I
Okay,
wasn't.
okay. Because we rating y'all dates. We rating y'all dates.
Who was the worst so far?
Neil
Neil had two rough ones. He told us two rough ones.
What happened?
The pastor had
Ooh.
roaches and tried to give him some. He said, "I'm not here for that," and she said, "Get out."
Yeah, she kicked him
Oh my
out.
God,
Kicked him out.
And then
that's
the
crazy.
and she was a pastor.
She was
Oh
a mess.
no, that's wild. Yeah.
yeah, and then the second one, he was with a plus size girl. They was in the park walking a trail, and he said her leggings stretched to shears, and she put his hand between her legs, and it almost melted.
Yeah. So Neil,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Yeah.
Neil is definitely
He
still
got a
in
lot
first
going
place.
on.
What we think? Where Caroline? Yeah, and Caroline, you missed to Neil's. His date ended up with Bobby. With Bobby. Who
Bobby
was it?
V.
Bobby
Bobby
V.
Valentino.
Yeah.
He spent $400 on her. She went to take a picture. Unbeknownst to him, gave him her number, hooked up with him behind the scenes, and
What?
they dapped up about it later.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah, it's a lot going on out here. I tell you, boy.
yeah, Crystal had a cat daddy. We didn't get the details on hers, but she had a cat daddy. Came dressed in all his corduroy garb.
With the cocaine
Oh
pinky
no.
fingernail.
Oh no. No,
Yo,
no.
I promise you can't make this stuff up. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's a mess out here. I tell you, it's a mess.
Ooh wee. I'm trying to put little notes, Bob, so I can remember. So let's see how we gonna note Caroline's. Hers was
Caroline, what was the restaurant? Can you name the restaurant you were at?
6 feet under.
Damn.
oh, he didn't like it, huh? He didn't like it. Woo.
Yeah.
All right, sis. We appreciate
All
you calling in.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Be safe, and if you can, keep watching the live because we want to know. We want to let y'all know who won tonight.
Okay.
Damn.
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Somebody got to beat Neil.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a caller.
Is that a caller?
She was hanging up.
Okay, she was hanging up. All right.
Hanging up.
So I'm gonna put the number back up. I know we were supposed to have two more gentlemen that wanted to call in, but we're gonna keep this thing rolling. The number is up if you want to call us and tell us your worst date ever. Your worst date ever. So I asked the question, meanwhile, while we're waiting, who's supposed to pay for the date? Who's supposed to pay for the date? First date. We're talking about first date. Who should pay for the date? Tony, you said the man.
I say the man because I would think the man's going to be the first one to ask.
Okay.
On a first date.
Okay. What you think? What you think, King? Who pays for the first date?
By default, I say the man, but also, I guess whoever initiates the date should pay for it. I'm not holding a woman to pay for the date because I've been on dates with women where they said, "Let's go here, let's go there," and I've paid. So, just by default, like the man should pay.
The man should pay. Okay. I agree. Y'all let us know in the chat, but I agree. I think the brother should pay. We talked about asking a guy on a date, and the question was asked to the ladies. Would you ask a guy on a date? Would you pay for the date? So for me, I'm not gonna ask a man on a date. I might be old school, whatever you want to call it, whatever, but I'm not gonna initiate. I believe in letting a man be a man. So
Are you talking about first date?
First date.
Okay.
Yep. First date. Now, if we together and we rocking or whatever, then after a few, then of course, I'll plan a date, make him feel special as well. I'll pay for it. But first date, no. No.
Marianne says she suggests Dutch.
Yeah, she says she suggests Dutch.
That's a thing. I've heard a lot of people say that, men and women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't go wrong. I mean, each pays whether it works out or not.
Well, yeah, whether it works out or not, first date going Dutch. But I'm gonna tell you, as a woman, if you ask me out on a date and then you ask me to go Dutch, that would be the last date. That would be the last
Well,
date.
you might get up and walk out.
That would be the last date. Yeah, I always thought about the thought. I had the thought that if a man asks you on a date and he asks you to pay, he really not that interested. What y'all think? If he asks you to pay, he asks you on a date, he takes you out, y'all doing the thing, on the date, and then he wants to split the date. I know there's variations of people starts with that, but for me, I feel like if he asks me and then he say let's split it, yeah, we friends, we homies, we could do this.
Maybe his pockets ain't ready for it.
Well, why he asked me out?
I'll say that.
so I'm old school. That ain't a man. That's a counterfeit. The man, come on. You take a lady on a first date. It's you're not gonna marry her. It's like, okay, it's not working out. You still pay. You move on. You pay and you move on. If you asked her out on a date, most likely you came up with the date.
Right.
Or you're gonna ask a woman to go out with you, and then she got to come up with where you're gonna go and what you're gonna do. That's kind of a red flag. So
that's crazy.
Just pay for the date, learn, move on.
On the same vein is that, let's say the man asks the woman out on a date and she suggests, let's go Dutch. As a man, Tony, do you get offended by that?
Good question.
I'm probably going to insist. No, I'll pay this time and then we'll go from there. I don't know that I would agree. I mean, I wouldn't just, okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Now, if I ask a woman on a date and she says, oh, you got to take me to the $400 place. Oh, well.
Yeah.
We probably ain't never going to really show up. I probably just wouldn't show up. Say, that's a little rich for a first date.
For a first date.
Woman out on a date, and if I ask a woman out on a date, she's not picking the place.
Okay.
If she has to pick the place, I'm gonna be like, nah, we not. No, I don't think we're gonna do that. And if she if she suggests Dutch, I'm going to look at her some kind of way, because I'm going to be like, I asked you out on a date for a reason. I want to cater to you. I want to show you how a man should treat a woman. And if you have issues with that, I understand. I'll be understanding of it, but I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
So, King, do you think if she says, I want to go Dutch, it's because she thinks, sometimes some men think if they paying a lot, they should get something more than a date.
That's why I would feel some kind of way about it, because that's the first thing I'm going to think. You think if I pay for the date, I'm going to be expecting something? It's like, nah, I'm not young anymore. If I ask you out on a date, I generally just want to take you out on a date. Now, if that is in your mind, then is that what you want to happen? That's why I'm going to be ignorant and throw it back at her in an ignorant way, because it's like, I'm not asking you out on a date and I pay so I can get some afterwards. I'm asking you out on a date so we can go out and have a good time.
Well, but there are some brothers that, young or old, think that way.
And that's a problem, because there are young and old men out there who think that way, don't lump me in that category of those men, because if I lump you in a category with women, you're not going to like it. So don't prejudge me by me asking you out on a date.
Mm.
But if she doesn't see, and I agree with you, but for the nature of conversation, and also Mary said, I'd agree to Dutch before the date to see if I want a second date.
Mm-hmm.
So in Mary's mind, from what she's saying, she's covering herself.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, it's offensive because, but this is the thing, neither one of you all know each other.
I get
So
it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not. I'm not like offensive. I'm not offended like in a bad way. I'm just like I'm.
yeah.
This is like you don't want a man to show you a good time, but then I'm also open minded and understand to the fact that there are men who have unrealistic expectations. So it's
Right.
like it's a balance, and maybe we'll have a conversation during that date, and maybe I can look. I got it. I'm not expecting anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel that way, you
Yeah.
come up and you show up in your own car. That way, you when we part ways, you go your way, I go mine.
That's right. That's right. And that's definitely a way to, yeah, that's definitely a way to just determine that, like, we're not even leaving together. So I like what she said. What I say, I always listen. She got Christine up here. I call her Crystal. If the dude asks, he should get to plan. Let him lead and show his level of interest in you. I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. Kev, go ahead and call in for us, Kev. Although you should be, in house. So let me put the number back up. Let me put the number back up because I want y'all to be able to call in. For those who want to share their worst date ever, their worst date ever. So Kevin said a first date should be about getting more informed. Wait a minute, screen moving. The first date should be about getting more informative information, get more informative with each other, and see if there's genuine interest. Start small, then elevate dating venues accordingly. Okay. Okay. There are women that don't know how to trust. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. So that's what I said earlier. She's safeguarding herself. That will be that point. She's safeguarding herself. Um, so who should pay? We talked about who should pay. We also talked about, is there a max or a minimum? Is there
Maximum on what?
how much you're paying? How much the brother is paying on a date? I really think that's based on your pockets. If
You know what?
you come out and pay and pay your and use your car note to impress somebody on that date, that's your problem.
My my rule of thumb is this: I'm going to take you to where I like to eat, and
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to gauge what you like to eat so that I can pick between some of my favorites, and it's going to be reasonably priced. Like just for example, Fogo de Chao is one of my favorites. Cooper's Hawk
Yeah.
is one of my favorites. So I'm taking you to one of those two.
Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. See, and yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Go where you like and let her enjoy, and see if she can enjoy. And she may not have been to where
Right.
you like. It may be a new experience.
Mhm.
But I think that's the best rule of thumb. Do things that you like because you don't even know the person yet.
Right.
You don't even know the person yet.
Yeah, and like Kevin said, elevate dating venues accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
From there.
Yep. Yep. Oh, Crystal's on it. This is on our discussion. We was gonna talk about this. So Crystal says, should you allow the dude to pick you up on a first date? I'm gonna stop right there for a minute. Should you allow the dude to pick you up on the first date? I'm the only woman on here. Well, we're gonna keep reading because she'll be that second thought as
Right.
well on that
Right.
first. She said, I prefer to meet him there if we are really not familiar enough with each other. Really not familiar enough with each other. I totally agree.
Mhm.
I totally agree. Because we even talked about this last night. Not knowing people. This day and time, you don't hear that anymore.
Right.
Because to tell somebody where you live before you even know them at all, that's crazy. That's crazy work. I get the romanticism in it. The romance, I get that, but nah. Mm-mm.
But the second part of her statement, I prefer to meet him there if we are really not familiar enough with each other. That's kind of debatable. I mean, I get where she's coming from, but in these days and times, for getting familiar with someone could take 90 days or more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it just depends on your comfortability overall, but I definitely agree with her statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
But along those lines, while we're waiting on the next caller, can I share where I met my second wife on our first date? So my second wife, she lived in California. She was going to college in California, Riverside, California. And she had me pick her up at her dormitory, which was all women.
Okay.
Okay, now this is the funny part. The funny part is it was the first time I had dated a black woman.
Okay.
I saw her one time at the Red Onion. It was dark. I mean, I got a good look at her, but when I ended up driving to the dormitory, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Women can change up their look. Like they could change up their hair. She had short hair, but they could change up her hair. They could wear a wig. What if I go to the dormitory and I ask for her, and then some other girl comes down and I'm thinking it's her and it's not her? So I go to the dormitory, and what I didn't know was you had to ask, and they call up to the room, and then the girl comes down. So they said, oh, you can sit over here. What I didn't know was I went on a Wednesday. The date was on a Wednesday. And Wednesday, and this was a Christian college, was prayer day, prayer meeting day. So I'm sitting on this little chair in the waiting room, and all of a sudden, all these black women come down the stairs and sit exactly around me. They're all sitting around me, and they're having a prayer meeting.
What?
And it didn't bother me, but I didn't know what they were doing. They were having a prayer meeting, and I'm waiting for the girl to come, my date to come down. And so now I'm like, oh my gosh, is it her? No, it's not her. No, it's not her. Another one comes down. No, it's not her. And they're like, oh, how are you doing? Oh, are you here to see somebody? I mean, everyone asked me that. Yeah, I'm here. Who are you here to see? And I said, and I'm waiting, and it was like 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy, man.
Wow.
And thank God when she came down, I recognized her. And we went out and had a wonderful date. But
so she wasn't in the group of the prayer meeting?
No, she wasn't in the prayer meeting group.
Kevin said
apparently she was skipping. Apparently she was skipping prayer meeting that day.
I guess you were in that spot.
I want to say this. I ended up marrying the girl, of course. I ended up marrying the girl. But
oh man.
Yeah. That was my first time picking up a girl at a woman's dormitory.
Yes, because the Women's Auxiliary Corps came down and blessed you.
First event. Now, I don't know. To this day, I don't know if they came down. I know they came down for prayer meeting, but they may have also come down to check me out.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
Report.
Because she came down later after them, right?
Yeah, about 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
After the prayer was over?
After the prayer meeting. Well, the prayer meeting was still going on. I excused myself. They didn't ask me to participate, but
that's what I was thinking.
I bowed my head and closed my eyes at moments.
That is hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm texting with the gentleman. both of them are tied up. They thought they were going to be able to make it. Um, they're both still handling whatever they were handling, doing what they were doing. Um, so we also talked about. We want to talk about because this is first dates. We're talking about first dates. Your worst date ever. Your worst date ever. So in the midst of talking about our worst dates, y'all know how we do on here. We always want to talk about how to learn from things, do things better, have a better experience, have a better experience. So we wanted to give some date ideas, and y'all type in the chat and let us know what type of date ideas. First date, um, King, what would you suggest? What would you say is a great first date?
Uh, nice casual restaurant, or yeah, I would say if it's an evening, nice casual restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
If it's during the day, maybe go to a museum or a park.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, that's if she's into museums, because I know these days women are not into that kind of stuff.
Well, it depends. I know some sisters that like museums and do the art thing, and yeah, I know some who do that. So, I would think in the process of going on this date, there's been some conversation, and you
Yeah.
can kind of get an idea of what the other person likes or what the other person likes to do. Um, Christine said jazz dinner, going to
Jazz
listen to
dinner.
some jazz. That's a good date idea. That's a
Hmm.
good date idea. What about you, Tony? What you think?
I mean, I have to agree with King. I mean, dinner seems to be, someplace not too loud.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit, you observe each other, you can talk, get to know each other even deeper than your conversation. Um, it can be a little difficult because, if you have different diets or you don't like the same type of food, but my thought has always been it doesn't matter where I go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
Focus, like King was saying, my focus is on her, not the date, not the place. But I will say this, we men got to get a little more creative. I think. I think we need to be a little bit more creative on planning dates.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then having enough information. So, like for example, I didn't know this early on, but if I would have taken Paula horseback riding, that wouldn't have worked because she's highly allergic to horses.
Okay. Okay.
I found that out later, but let's say I wanted to be an outdoor. I'm an outdoor cat. She's an indoor cat. It's kind of good to know the basics before you plan a date. But a restaurant's always fairly safe.
Yeah. Yeah. So I heard before it's not good. Like there are two places that was mentioned that said were not good date spots. One was a restaurant, and we
Mm.
typically feel like that would be the perfect because it was said a restaurant isn't good because for one, two people are trying to eat. You're trying to eat. You're eating at a restaurant, which means that interferes with conversation. It interferes with conversation. After I thought about it, I was like, okay, I kind of get that. I get that.
Hmm.
Um, but typically dinner is like date, the
Right.
typical date going to dinner. The second one was going to the movies. Obvious,
Definitely not.
obvious, because you can't talk. Because you can't talk.
I've done both of
But
those. I've had great dates. I've had great dates at the movies.
yeah, yeah. And I was going to say, Dale and I's first date was to a movie. And it ended up being at a movie because we both like movies and we were
Mm,
talking about
mm,
different movies
Mhm.
and
mm,
we do this thing like every Monday. We go to AMC to this secret movie thing. You don't know what the movie's going to be until it starts.
Mhm.
mm.
Um, and that's how that kicked off for us going to movies. But our first date was a movie. And after the movie, we went and got something to eat and it allowed us, it was almost kind of an icebreaker of being able to conversate and talk about things because it showed we both had an interest.
Mhm.
Right.
And we both talked about what type of movies we like. So he picked a good movie, what was playing, and it was a pretty good first date. It just
I didn't pick a good movie. So
you pick a good one.
after I picked up my future wife from the all ladies dormitory, I took her to see Platoon.
Oh wow.
And we both agreed. We both agreed that that was not the best choice of movies for a first date.
Yeah,
But we recovered from it, but yeah, Platoon was not the
Mm.
right. So
not the right choice.
you got to pick the right movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pick the right movie. So going to main event. Main event is if I'm
Just like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah, yep.
that's good. Or Top
That's
Golf.
a good one.
Top
That's a good
Golf
one.
because you can eat and do entertaining.
Laugh and play, and
Yeah,
especially if you're competitive. I went on a date to main event one time, and I'm very competitive, especially when we were shooting the basketball.
right.
The wood
And
and the basketball, right?
look, my sister was like, "You weren't supposed to beat him,"
Oh wow.
and I'm like, "Listen, if he don't, he gotta understand from the jump. This is me. I'm competitive.
Right.
I'm not going
Right.
to.
Right.
It's a sport that I love, so I
I'm not
can't
going
dumb
to be
that
a girly
down."
girl. I'm just going on a date.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. A performance art events. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are some
That
good
would be
ones.
nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. First date, Kevin said park and maybe a light lunch. If we click, then the dinner date. Ooh, that sounds like an all day date.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. And listen, that will really tell you how somebody is feeling about you on both
Oh yeah,
ends.
definitely.
If you end up at an all day date, we're gonna start in the morning. Corey was mentioning about this guy, and I used to share his videos all the time. And he started out by saying, "Men, it's not that hard. It is not that hard to date women." And he would read, people would share with him some of the dates that they went on and they did. So let me say this to the brothers, to the men. Let me tell y'all something. We like men to lead. If you plan a date and and it's going well, so this guy would read the comments or read the stories that people send him, and the dates were going so well they didn't end. Like the women
Mm,
didn't want them to end, and the men didn't want them to end.
mm,
So one guy, he was reading his the females usually send it and be like, guess what he did, kind of
mhm.
like thing.
Right.
And one guy, he let her know. When I say we like for men to lead, he let her know, hey, what you got going, it wasn't a what you got going on today as an option. It
Mhm.
was a kind of like what you got going on today. Oh, I don't have really anything to go. Okay, great. Get dressed, bring an extra pair of shoes. You
Mm,
might want to bring a change of clothes because
mm,
you might be. And he laid it out. And she was like, where we going? Where we going? And he was like, just prepare yourself. And they did date after date after date. And
Mhm.
of course, they ended up in a relationship. But for a man to do that, ladies in the chat, look, yay or nay. I don't know any woman that would not like or appreciate that. Like that means your thought process was, hey, my intention, you are definitely being intentional.
Yeah.
My intention is to show you a good time, make sure you like me, and in the process I'm learning, I'm liking you. All day date, I would love it.
Yeah,
I
mm.
that
would love it.
comes with a good level of communication to see if not if she's worth it, but if it's worth taking that chance on doing that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yes.
that's definitely with intention. And for a man to say, all right, my day is clear, she says her day is clear, this is what we doing, yeah, that takes a lot of communication and a lot of intention.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me say this. So if you find a man that does that,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not into him, just please enjoy the date.
Yes.
Enjoy
Yeah.
the date. Thank the gentleman for what he did,
Yeah.
and then move on.
Yeah.
There's no need to not enjoy something that somebody put together for you,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not something that will continue.
Yep.
And
That's
to
Love it.
yeah,
I love that.
and to add on to that for the gentleman out there, if that woman enjoys that date and is not into you, just take that on the chin and roll on.
yeah,
Don't get in your feelings about it because it is what it is.
it is what
Right.
it is.
Don't go back saying, "Well, I spent all this time planning this, and you didn't appreciate it." Not necessarily that she didn't appreciate it. She's just not that into you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But she was respectful enough to not waste your day and your time and your, you know,
right, right.
your.
It was still a good date.
Mm-hmm.
And she may not be, a woman that is built for that kind of, intention. You
Right.
know, he can say, I want a man, I want to date with intention, this, that, and the other. But when, a man puts that effort out there, she may not really be ready for it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So I wrote on my notes. I wrote, "Read the room. Learn how to read the room."
Read
And
the room.
be, yeah, and accept what is. It's a first date. Nobody's
Mhm.
going out with the intention of that's my husband or that's my wife. Now I know people go. I know people go with the intention because that's what they want and they desire.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean this first date is signifying that's your husband or
Right.
that's your wife. And that's why I think dating has taken a turn. People aren't giving room for it to be just what it is. Data. You're gaining data. You're getting information about the person. You're getting information about the person. So initially taking the time to have some conversation. I don't know very many people, and tell me if y'all know anybody who meets somebody on the spot and they go on a date or they plan a date without really having conversation. Y'all know anybody that's done that or that does has done that?
I've done that just because I was like needed something to do, not necessarily bored, but meet somebody, say, hey, let's go out on a date,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. And I don't
Yeah,
think it's
I've never
necessarily
done that. I've never
never
done that.
done that, yeah. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because the date itself could be that first initial getting to know you part.
Mhm.
So it's not necessarily necessary that you have weeks of conversations or days of conversations and say, hey, let's plan. I think that is a good way to get to know somebody as well. Um, to be like, hey, let's just go on a date. And
Yeah, I look at it like this, like especially with dating sites, I don't the reason why I don't like dating sites because there's always a lot of back and forth, back and forth.
yeah.
You may stay in the dating chat, you may exchange numbers. Look, if you're on here for a purpose, hey, if you're not doing that, let's go meet up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't want to. We don't have like. I want to treat it like I just met you outside somewhere. Hey, what are you doing? You got anything going on? Let's go. Have a cup of coffee, drink, walk in the park, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So Christine said, don't call it a date. Just admit you want to hang out.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think a date, I mean, based on is getting data. A date is in the thought of an intention.
Hmm.
Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
date has a thought of intention.
and then
Um,
we have to also understand that as time goes on, the core definition of things remains the same. However, the action that goes with it
mm-hmm.
always evolves over time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think sometimes though, when people go on a date and they realize, this person ain't for me,
Mm-hmm.
then they feel like, oh, I can't be nice Like I can't ask the person about themselves, because if I ask them about themselves, they're going to think I'm into them.
Interested. Yeah.
And then it's going to be harder for me to not, to bow out. Just go on a date.
Yeah.
Do practice. So I think sometimes if you have a date, you're on a date and it's not the right person, you can still practice. You can
Right.
still
Right.
practice your trade, the art of dating.
Yeah, I think that's an immature way of thinking. If you're on a date with somebody, you're not attracted to them, you don't have interest, and you feel like you got to be an asshole. That's immature thinking. Like you can be kind to people and still not have an interest in that way. Yeah,
Right.
that just comes into treating people kind. That is
Yeah.
literally what that is.
Yes.
Being kind to people. It bugs me when people feel like they have to be hateful to, I don't like something, so let me be hateful to you. Let me
Yeah.
let me be, because I need you to know, that's not necessary. That's not. Just be kind. Just be kind. Just be kind.
Yeah, and to
Yeah.
expand what Tony was saying, just treat it like a job interview. You don't
Hmm.
always interview for jobs, but you want to keep interviewing to keep practice, keep that skill set going, because if
Yep.
you don't use that skill, you lose it.
You lose it.
Right. And then when the right one comes along, you just sitting there
Twiddling your
staring.
fingers and
You're
like, what am I
staring,
supposed
and
to
they're like, "Oh, this guy, he's weird, man."
do? Right.
Just sitting there looking crazy. Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Hmm.
So we need some callers. We need some callers. I'm still, but there's got to be something. There's
Yeah.
got to be
Yeah.
something out there.
Don't be shy.
There's got to be
Yeah.
something out there.
He's sitting in the back. Listen, we have quite a few people in studio listening.
Hmm.
Y'all definitely
Let
welcome.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody ever planned a date, but you didn't go on the date? You just planned the date for the woman and then showed up at the end of the day.
No,
Wait, break. You got to say that again.
I've never done that.
Has anyone, any man, ever planned a date for a woman but didn't go on the date with her, but showed up at the end of the date and then basically, hey, how did how did you enjoy yourself? Did you like what I planned for
That's some
you?
player shit right there, boy.
Wow.
That's some player shit.
Wow.
I'm gonna try
I'm
that.
just throwing it
I'm
out
gonna
there.
try that.
I'm throwing it out there
Wow.
because
I'm gonna try that one day.
because try that,
So,
man.
so give me an
Try
example of
that.
what that would look like, Tony. Like, what would that look like?
Okay, so
I see it.
this is a date. This is a date that I planned.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna say who I planned it
Okay.
for because I don't want nobody to get hurt no feelings. But I planned a date where I happened to focus on Lenox Mall,
Hmm.
and the date that I planned, every location that I wanted the lady to go to, I had gone to and got with the people and said, now on this day at around this time, this person, this is her name, she's going to be coming into your store. She's going to be coming into your shop,
Ooh.
whatever. And this is what I want you to do. So I'll give you an example. Um, I had a limo pick up my date. And when she got in the car, he handed her an envelope. And the envelope basically said, no, hey, how you doing? This is the start of your date. Your first location will be such and such. When you get there, see so and so, and they will show you. So, for example, one of the places was at Victoria's Secret,
Okay.
and she went to Victoria's Secret and she met Jane. And Jane had 3 outfits picked out for her to try on. and whichever one she liked the best, it was already pre-purchased. She would take that. So she took the outfit. Jane gives her another card because that sends her to the next location. And Lennox has a fountain. So in that card was a coin. And it basically said, okay, now go to the fountain, take the coin, make a wish, throw the coin in the fountain, and then go to this next location. And so then what happened was she went to a bunch of locations. And then the last location was a hotel room, hotel. And I had candles and rose petals and everything. And I wasn't there. And she basically did her thing.
Wow.
Put on her outfit. And then I showed up with dinner. And then we had dinner.
Yeah.
From her favorite restaurant. So I know that's a lot. That's not a first date. That's not a first date.
I enjoyed listening to every bit of it though.
But I wasn't there for the whole day. This was from like probably noon till 6 o'clock.
Okay.
We just went to different places, and the limo took her to these different places. And then it basically and then I showed up. So
nice.
So the date's not about you.
That's right.
The date's about your date. But ultimately you benefit when you show that intention.
All right.
Yes.
Mr. Sylvester.
Hey, how you doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. What's going on, everybody?
Sound like you well rested.
Somewhat, but I'm good.
Okay. Now, yeah, Sylvester is a part of the crew, so I know. Are you joining us to be a part of the crew tonight, Sylvester, or you have a worst date ever story?
Oh,
either or.
I mean, yeah, I think we all have a worst date ever story. So yeah.
Not about us.
We rating them tonight. We got about 5 good ones.
Let's see, worst date ever. Well, I got stabbed.
Dang.
Dang. That's a bad date.
But actually, it was okay. It was sort of my.
You
I was.
it?
No, I didn't like it. But
okay.
But it was kind of my fault. So we go out. We have a good time. Actually, we had a great time going out. We get back to the house, and we're just talking. Now things, the conversation is kind of, her way, my way, or what have you. We're not agreeing on things, but as we're talking, I'm eating something, and this is not really the worst date ever, but it was kind of one of them. And as we're talking, I'm eating something, and I pretend like I'm choking, and I fall out the chair and I fall to the ground. So she gets up, and she's trying to help me, and in the process of her helping me, I'm laughing.
Oh, geez.
I get up, I get back in the chair. She sits in her chair, and then she grabs a fork and stabs me in the thigh. So yeah,
you kind of deserve it. You kind of deserve it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I deserve a stabbing, but
right.
So needless to say, I had to go to the hospital. But
damn,
yeah.
So wait, she stabbed you because you played a trick on her.
Yes, she was mad. And she took a fork and stabbed me in the thigh.
Yo.
Which landed me in the hospital. She came with me.
Did she realize she was stabbing you that deep? Or was it supposed to be like, oh, I'm gonna get you and
right?
She was mad. She was mad. But like I said, she went to the hospital with me. Of course, we had to tell them, something totally different than what happened. But on the ride back home, she was just like, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, what? You stabbed me with a fork. Like, are you serious? But yeah.
But you were acting like you were dying. Choking, that was a serious
incident. I mean, but after he got up and knew he wasn't dying.
True.
I mean, that definitely beats the corn.
What did I miss?
Corn made thing.
Stop. We are not going to just breeze past the part where they was in the hospital and had to explain what happened.
Yes.
I want to know what y'all told the hospital.
Yes.
So okay. So we're in the hospital, and when the doctor asked what happened, I told him that I was sitting there eating, and when I got up, I felt like I slipped, basically. And I fell onto the fork. And he was looking like,
that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, you've been abused.
Well, his thing was, it has happened before. That's what he said. It had happened before. People had come in there like from falling on different like utensils, whether it be a fork, a knife, or any type of thing. And we're looking at each other like, damn, like really?
No.
Did y'all discuss what y'all would tell them before y'all went inside?
No, they didn't ask her anything. They just asked me what happened, and she was sitting there. They didn't, I mean, she just kind of basically, what is it when you agree with what I said? She just kind of, looked at her.
Yeah, because that could have been her freedom that night.
So.
Yeah, because Sylvester didn't want to get stabbed again in the hospital. She stabbed me with a fork.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, really went deep too. Went deep.
Eyes on the fly.
What did they do? Did you have to get stitches?
Yes, I did.
And a tetanus shot?
I didn't have to get a tetanus shot though. I had already had, all my shots and everything. So I didn't have to get a tetanus shot.
Did you eat with food with the fork before she stabbed you?
No, I was actually eating at the time. We were sitting.
Had food residue on it.
We were literally sitting at the table, talking after everything had happened. I'm laughing, and we were just talking like we're talking right now. And out of the blue, she just picked up a fork and stabbed me in the leg, right in my thigh.
She had time to think about that. She had time to cool off.
No, it was the fork she had. She wasn't eating. I was eating.
Okay.
So,
did you marry the girl?
No, we're still friends to this day, though.
Oh,
we are still friends to this day.
Yo,
thought I had toxic.
If you've been listening from the beginning, we need to know: is Sylvester? Did he move into first place?
I am struggling
because he's still friends with her. If he wasn't friends with her, I would
being friends with somebody who stabbed you with a fork, that gets you up in the rankings. I don't care what you say.
And the thing about it, her and I, we were friends before that even happened. We had been friends since elementary school.
She stabbed you.
Wow.
Yeah.
She could have hit your femoral artery. She stabbed you.
Yeah, but he survived. So he doesn't get first place. No, he survived.
If you talk to her to this day, I mean, because sometimes we talk about it, and you know what she tells me?
I got help.
I deserved it. That's what she says. I deserved it.
That you deserved it?
Yeah, she told me I deserved it.
There has to be some trauma related to her seeing somebody choke. Somebody the Heimlich didn't work. It had to be.
I have no idea. All I know is,
I'm sorry, we got to take a pause for the pause. Mr. Ed Stew 1204 made a comment and said that ring is shiny. What are we talking about?
Oh, what are we
What
talking
are we
about?
talking about,
Ring.
Mr. Stew? Wait a minute.
Oh,
What?
what?
Hold
What's
on,
that?
Corey.
What's that, Corby?
Hey,
Corby, what's that?
what
What you
you
drinking?
Water.
put it close? I can't see.
What? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Woo! Yes, ma'am. So you gonna say it, Corey, or do I? Who gonna say it? You gonna say it, Corey?
You can say it.
Stu gotta say
You
it.
can,
Stu gonna say it. He gonna stew.
Stu, I need you to call in, sir.
I's married now.
Where's
I
Stu?
said I's married now.
I need you to call in, sir. Number right there. Go ahead and call in, sir. What's up, Stace?
Hi.
hey.
These days,
Stace, do you have a worst date ever story?
Yes, I do.
Um,
Let me put you down on a 1, 2, 3, 4,
uh-oh,
5,
she's
6.
hesitating. She must have more than one.
Uh-oh.
no, I
Trying
just
to pick
recently
the best
had
one.
one because
Oh, this is
believe it or not, everybody that I dated was like my friend first. So until I just had to
Oh.
start dating strangers. So
why.
Okay, give it to us. What was it, Stacey?
and
Worst date ever.
and this was recently. So my friend, everybody thinks that, hey, you should be dating. I was like, I don't, I went out there, I got off the porch, it was hard, I went back in the house or whatever, right? So my friend, she decides to, put all my information out here on a dating website or whatever. And when she put my information on a dating website, got a couple likes or whatever. She was talking to this gentleman or whatever. And so I was like, okay, he's nice looking. So I took over the conversation and he wanted to meet up eventually, right? So, I'm scary. I'm scared of everything. So I want to make sure it's him. So send me a picture throwing up a peace sign. So he sent me a picture throwing up the peace sign, and it was him throwing up the peace sign, right? So he was like, let's meet up. And I was like, okay, I'll go. And so I was late. So I texted him, I said, hey, I'm at the light, but I'm running a little late, but I'm coming. Or whatever,
Stace,
right?
I'm sorry, babe. Stace, hold on 1 second for us. Who's the caller on the line, King?
Is that Mr. Stu?
Is that the mister? Oh, hold on, mister. Hold on for us. Hold on. Go ahead, Stace.
And so I got out the car or whatever, and he got out the car. And so as I was approaching him or whatever, he had on a Make America Great Again hat, right? And so so when I walked up to him or whatever, he was like, you're late. And I was like, interesting hat.
That was the date?
No. And so he opens the door, I go in or whatever, right? So the restaurant, I'm not fond of the restaurant because at first I wasn't gonna go because of the selection of restaurant that he chose. But my friend was like, Stacy, just meeting somebody, just go. So when I went to the restaurant, act whatever. But I just got a water.
You can't tell us the name of the restaurant.
I just got a water. I just got a water. And apparently the people there know him. They know him by his name. They know what he drinks or whatever. And so he got his drink or whatever. And so we were talking, and then he was like, so I take it you don't like my hat. I was like, so I don't want to talk about that. That's not what I'm here for. I mean, you have your beliefs. That's your beliefs. I'm just here for, the conversation or whatever, right? But I prefer not to talk about that, right? So he was like, so I take it you voted for her. Anybody who voted for her is stupid.
Oh.
So I was like,
I think we got a winner.
So I politely take my purse, take my phone, put it in the purse, and get up and I walk away. He's like, where do you think you're going? And I turned around to make sure he wasn't coming behind me.
Right.
And then he was still sitting down. I got in my car and I left.
Wow.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, I thought I was going to pull out my pistol.
You might have somebody in his basement right
Mm.
now. You might want to report his behind.
Ew,
Mm.
that was
Yeah.
rough.
I don't know. That sounds like a winner right there.
Scary and rough.
That's
First date
first play.
ever.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
Wow.
That's bad.
Worst
Yeah.
date ever. All right, caller. Who we have? King. Who we have? Caller.
Mr. Stu,
302.
302.
Is that? Oh, look at her. Look at her.
Stop. We're not gonna go past that like that. Why are we coming in with the '90s R&B laugh?
Gregory.
How's everybody doing?
All right.
Gregory.
Yes, Donna.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Doing well. Doing well. We know. I don't know. You might have a worst date ever. You got a worst date ever story?
Nah.
Okay. That brother said I ain't come on here for that. You not about
I didn't.
came on here for. That's not. Yeah. I wanted to just invite you on. So we just wanted to hear we can't see the face. We just wanted to hear the man behind the music. Look at her. She can.
She blushing. She
The
is
man behind the
blushing.
smile.
Oh my gosh.
We want to say from the real life relationship growth. This is our first couple to listen. Ooh. Yeah, this is our first. We have a wedding to plan. We have a marriage. If you are single, dating, courting, engaged,
hello.
Y'all hit all four. Yes. Get out there. We stopping at the next one because the next one is married. We ain't thinking about nothing else after that.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to say congratulations to you all, Greg and Corey B. We are so happy for you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are so happy for you. And you all will be in our prayers. We love it. We love it. My baby get married. Oh, I ain't called mommy yet. I done called Claudia. You know that. I called
really?
I ain't tell Katie yet. Greg, you had some competition. My nephew had a crush on Corey.
He can crush from afar.
Okay. He ain't no competition. He ain't got no job. But he do have a job, but it ain't
he can crush from afar. It's cool.
Well, we appreciate.
I ain't mad at that. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. So.
Oh, come on now. Come on, you got my
okay. Let's switch gears just a little bit. Greg, tell us about y'all first date.
Our first date, actually, she came back up to Wilmington, and I met up with her, and we just drove around the city to places that we that we knew of from when we were growing up, and bought some chicken fingers. Then we just sat in the truck and we just talked.
Yeah, just talk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Listen, the simple things. The simple things end up being the best things. Don't have to be complex. Ain't nobody robbing Peter to pay Paul just to go to dinner. Beautiful. I love it. I'm so happy for you.
Worry about who you voted for.
Or if you can leave the date safely.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Greg, for calling in. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, she'll talk to you in a little bit. We won't hold it too long.
All right.
He said, "Do your thing, baby. I'm here." Big Daddy be waiting for you. Yes. I love it. Corey, do you have a worse?
So how was the? Okay, never mind.
Corey, you have a worst date ever story?
Oh, I do. I just gotta think of one of them. Just give me a second. And
Lord.
She don't remember. She don't remember.
Right,
She don't
right.
remember.
But I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to hear the proposal. How was the proposal? That's what I want to hear.
We're gonna have to look. Wait, we can't go too off our bases, y'all. We're gonna have to have a girls call, a girls conference call, and she gonna tell us all about it. Or because yeah, my sister waiting too, so we got to make this. Yeah, waiting too. She
A
waiting
Zoom
too.
call.
So yo, let's ask this question, y'all. Let me ask this question: how to exit a date? I looked up some stuff because y'all know I'm doing a little research, right? Doing a little research. So y'all tell me what y'all think. How to exit a date? How to exit a good date? How to exit a good date? I can't even see. Oh, Stacy. Yeah, that's right. We were sharing glasses the other night. We went out on a girls' night. We gonna read the menu. So leave on a high note while setting the stage for the future, for future dates. So how would you exit a good date? Sylvester, how would you exit a good date? It was good. How would you leave that lady?
Well, once we, if we, well, of course, we're going to talk about it, and we'll talk about making plans for the next date and leaving, maybe a kiss on the forehead, kiss on the cheek, and you're out. Until next time.
Until next time. King, how would you leave a good date?
Look her deep in her eyes, pull her close, hold her by the small of her back, give her, a little hug, and be like, "I'll talk to you later. Let me know when you get home."
All right. All right. Tony, how would you leave a good date?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, the small of the back.
I'm always gonna say,
small of the back.
text
All
me,
right.
text me. Let me know when you get home safe, and smile and say, you got to make sure that she knows that you want to see her again. So, however you do that, that's got to be what is unique to you. But just make sure that she knows that you definitely want to see her again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Corey, this don't apply to you anymore. But if it were the case, Miss Corey B, how would you tell a lady? How would you suggest a lady leaves a good date?
Oh, tell him you enjoyed yourself. Tell him you had fun. You hope you can do it again soon. And let him know you'll call him when you get home.
Okay. All right. Stacey Stace, how would you leave a good date?
Where did I go? Okay, here I am. I would show appreciation. Tell them thank you. Let them know that I had fun and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed his company, and yeah.
Okay. 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 I would say follow me. I'm just playing. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Leave it a good day.
And you know what else? It depends on the mood. He may get a on the cheek.
Okay, on the cheek.
If it's a
yeah, I was getting ready to respond to the kiss on the forehead in the small of the back. Yeah, y'all getting the spots that shows that says, yeah, that was nice. I'm interested. I'm interested. So leaving a good date, I would definitely tell him thank you. And especially if I want to see him again or say it again, I would literally just tell him that. So I really enjoyed myself. When are we going to do this again? I think the guesswork and make him guess. He's already done the work. He initiated, he asked, he made sure you had a good time. Reciprocity is real and reciprocity is necessary. So at this point, I don't want a man, this a man. No, the man was the man. Show the man he was the man and you that he was the man. Yes, and show the man that you appreciate. So I would definitely let him know that I appreciate him I appreciate it. Cause Stacy quit.
Mm.
We got so many insiders, y'all. It's crazy. But definitely let him know that you appreciate the date. Tell him thank you, and I want to know when I can see you again. When can we do this again? That's a good way. So, of course, we got to talk about.
So what if he says tonight? What if he says tonight? When can we do this again? And he says, let's do it tonight.
Or depending on
How
what
about
time it
tonight?
is, and so in other words, you're saying
I'll
let's
do
extend
it.
the date. We not ready. I'm not ready.
Stacy's doing it.
Not no, not
Yeah.
it, but not
Oh.
it. I don't know what your it
Oh, yeah.
is, but I'm not. We can ride and listen to music, and or go bowling to stuff that's
Yeah,
open 24.
yeah.
Late, like
Right.
2
So
o'clock in
you'll
the morning.
continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You continue
If
to
that's
do it.
yes.
Okay.
implying, yeah, if time permits, and ladies
I
or
mean,
even
ladies,
gentlemen,
you
if
just
time
have to be
permits.
prepared. You have to be prepared
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we simple minded. You give us an in, and we gonna go for it.
Don't take a yard. Get
Yeah.
in.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're talking about worst dates ever, right? Which means the date was bad. It was a bad date. So we want to make sure we're talking about how to exit a bad date. Because
Mm.
ladies, safety first always. Safety first always. I am never in the mind of a thought that I can beat a man physically. It's just not possible. Yeah.
Damn.
So if you believe in that and you don't have a problem with that, protect yourself. But how to leave a bad date? This says it requires balancing your safety and comfort with basic politeness.
Hmm.
Balancing your safety with comfort, I'm sorry, requires balancing your safety and comfort with basic politeness. It was a bad day. I don't ever want to see this brother again. It was, but I'm not going to let him know that. Yeah, I'm not going to try to. Ooh, no, you won. I missed that last 3-pointer. You got it. What you got, Corey?
So I have this thing called a rescue ring. I
Uh,
usually use it. I usually use it if I'm trying to talk to somebody. Um, I'll text my mom, rescue ring me. But that also works if you're on a date and you need a reason to leave. You can tell somebody, hey, text me, like, let's say
Every
eight,
15
9
minutes.
o'clock. Right, 9 o'clock. You can be like, text me at 9 o'clock. If I don't respond back to you, call me with a rescue ring. You can set that up. Or you can just tell somebody via text, rescue ring me. This cat is crazy. I don't like him.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I always think even as adults, someone should know where we are.
Oh, absolutely.
Even as
Absolutely.
adults, someone should know where we are. Ladies, especially. I'm not saying men can't come into difficulties with utensils and things. I'm not saying that can't happen with the men, but if you were advising your daughter going out on a date, what would you tell her? What would you tell her, King? On a
Um,
bad date, or your sister, or your
make sure your find me is on. Um, I mean, I guess that depends on what you call a bad date. A bad date could be she's just not compatible with the dude, and if that's the case, just say I would like to end the date early.
yeah. But again, we don't know how people are going to respond. We don't. We're on a date. We're
Well,
data. We're learning or whatever. Some people don't
my
always. Some men don't respond well to rejection, no matter how sweet you are. Some
well,
men just
my
don't.
child is going to be proficient in knife food and
Hmm.
pepper spray tectonic theories and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And look, just stay in a safe place and say I would like to end this date early.
Yep. Yep. And this is not to scare people or whatever, but we have to be realistic. We're talking about the worst dates ever, and bad food may not be the reason for the worst date ever.
Yeah.
So always have an exit. Always know how you can and learn how to make eye contact with the help with the people that are there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, try to make some type of eye contact. Let people know because we got to be real. This world is it's the bad along with the good. It's the bad along with the good, but safety, balancing your safety. Sylvester, how would you tell Bug to leave a bad date?
Well, I was laughing at Corey because men, we use the phone call too. So I knew where she was going when she was talking about the ring. That's one thing.
It
But
should.
also, like what King said, ladies and out Bug is already, she knows have your protection, whether it's, you know, your piece, your mace or whatever you need to use, for that protection. And also like what you said, Donna, you have to kind of be, kind of cordial, but in a way of knowing that let me be this way to make my exit because like you say, you don't know how people are. And if you start going off on people, then, they may match that energy. So,
Mm-hmm.
you just kind of be cordial. And the other thing too is it all depends on whether you're riding with that person or you're driving yourself. If you're driving yourself, then the out is kind of easy. You can just up, leave, get in your car and go.
Right.
You're riding with that person. Yeah, you kind of, you got to be smart about making that exit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Always have a plan.
Absolutely.
Uber, Lyft,
But that,
call a
that but,
friend.
but going back to what Corey said, that ring, before you go out on a date, you always let your homeboy, homegirl know, hey, at so and so time, call me.
Yeah.
If I answer the phone and I'm like, hey, what's going on? We good, blah, blah, blah. Then, you just make small talk and you gone. But if I answer that phone and be like, hey, yeah, it's an emergency. Okay. All right, cool. I'm on my way. I'm out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. This was good. We coming up on hour two, so we need to wrap this up. And wrapping it up, we need to make our vote. We need to make our vote. Let's do a little bit of reminder, a little bit of reminder. So King started out. King date had a cast on her foot, took his ID,
What?
ran upstairs with the cast on her foot, and told him he wasn't getting his ID back until he gave her some. Then
With the
called her
cast on.
homegirl after it was over.
And then what?
Then called her homegirl after it was over. And the brother said he felt used.
Oh, so you gave her some?
I'm about to say you like you
Had
gave
to
her
get my
some?
ID back.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you if you put the ID though. So she had a dress.
Don't say, don't King, don't say nothing because we're about to vote.
No, because
the more information you
I have
give,
to
you
say
might
where
be
she
number
put the
one.
ID because it was not in plain sight. So because she ran up the stairs before me, she on her dresser was like a cabinet or whatever. She pushed it back and slid my ID under there.
With a cast on her foot. Took the man's ID, went upstairs,
Yeah.
and that was the
They
end.
might vote for you. They might vote for you.
All right. So Crystal, we weren't able to get Christine on here. Christine Harden, y'all see on the screen, but I call her Crystal. Crystal, was it Cat Daddy? He
Yeah,
was
Cat Daddy.
Cat Daddy.
With
He had on
tango corduroy matching outfit, the cocaine fingernail.
it was a blind date. It was a blind date. So she said she'll never do that again. Tanil dropped all the dollars, paid for the date, $400 and some dollars. The girl met Bobby V on the date, and ended up exchanging numbers with Bobby V. And from what he said, from what Tennille said, Bobby V got the goods.
and they talked about it afterwards,
And
and
they
then he
talked
got
about
the
it
goods.
afterwards. Wow. So, and her mama was in the restaurant too. Her mama was
Oh yeah, you got to add
drunk and belligerent
Yeah,
at the
mom
table
showed
next
up.
to them.
her mama was
Yeah, the
a
mom
little
showed up.
tipsy, but he was like, you know, he didn't spend no expense, $400. And Bobby V was in the restaurant. They went to the show. Afterwards, she found her way to get his number. And Bobby V got some before Tennille did.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. Neil had two.
Neil had two.
Somebody want to tell Neil's? Because I can't.
The first one was the pastor lady.
Pastor.
They went out on a date or whatever. They was going to do Netflix and chill at her crib. He said he got to go to the bathroom. She said, wait a minute, went back in the bathroom, and he was like, what the hell is she doing? I just got to go pee. She came back. He went to the bathroom, saw a couple of her pet roaches, then went back, sat on the couch, and tried to Netflix and chill, continue to Netflix and chill. And she started trying to bless him. And he said, I'm not here for that. And she said, get out.
Get out.
Straddled him.
Yeah,
it was
she
a straddle
straddled him.
blessing. It was a straddle blessing.
Also, the pastor straddled him.
Yeah, she straddled him.
Yeah.
She was trying to get her balance so that she can get the right hand.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's trying to get that blessed hand.
She's probably trying to
get that blessed hand working. And he said,
she was
I'm
like
not
a
here.
little Caesar pizza, hot and ready.
Yeah. He said, I'm not here for prayer. I'm here for movies. And she said, get out.
She said, yeah. Tell him the second one.
The second one, he said he was out with a fluffy girl, and her leggings looked like shears. They were walking in the park, and it was a nice, hot, sunny day. They sat down on a bench. She grabbed his hand and put it in the fountain of heat. He said he pulled out a toxic sludge, and he had to make way to he washed his hands, and the smell was still there. So he had to go home and take a whole shower.
Yeah.
But his hands are still, he can still use his hand. It's okay.
Yeah.
Legend has it.
He can function still.
He can still smell his hand.
He can still function. Legend has
He
it.
said that joint was sweaty. He said that joint was sweaty.
Wow.
All right. Caroline. Caroline. Tony, you remember Caroline?
No, I don't remember Caroline.
Okay. So Caroline went out on a date. The gentleman was I don't think she said he was young, but I think he was maybe younger than her. Very immature.
Yeah.
Very immature because the brother didn't like the food at the restaurant and he spit it out.
Slowly
spitting the food out because he didn't like the food.
He didn't use a napkin or nothing. He was just spitting the food.
Yes.
On his
Back
plate.
in the plate because he didn't like the food.
Now I want to know if she continued to eat her food, because that would add.
Yeah, that was a good question.
I mean, that would be really bad.
Yeah, that would kill it for me. I'm very visual. If I see that, I'm done. I can't.
That was rough.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Sylvester got stabbed with the cutlery.
Had to go to the hospital. Got
stitches.
Talking about I fell.
They still friends. Those are love leaks.
And they still
yeah, they still.
How many Lifetime movies have we seen like that with the woman says I fell and they still stay?
Ooh. Sylvester blinked twice. Blink twice. Yeah, blink twice. Sylvester, we gonna talk later. We talk all the time anyway, but we really gonna talk later. All right. And Stacey had to Make America Great. She had the Trump supporter that thought he was going to convert her, but realized she was not having it.
All she got was water. That's all she got was water.
All she got was water.
And I didn't even drink the water because I drink from bottles.
Right. and got called stupid.
Oh yeah, got called stupid.
Yeah.
Because she ain't about making America great again. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
No. And then what was the other part? Well, King, what was the part where she walked away?
Where you think you going?
You're right.
Oh, where you think you're going?
Right. To vote. I was going to vote. Early voting is open.
Gail, don't you walk away from me.
That was a red flag.
All right. Do we need the ding, ding, ding? Y'all think about who we ain't even gonna go with first, second, and
No,
third.
we need the chat room. We need a chat room.
Yes, in the chat. In the chat.
Vote.
Let us know. Let us know. Vote. Who? King and the cast, Crystal and Cat Daddy, Tennille and Bobby V.
Man, it's all good.
Tennille and Wet Butt.
Tennille and Wet Butt. In Roach Motel, Caroline and the Spitter.
The Wet Kitty.
Sylvester and the Stabber. Or Stacy and the Trump supporter.
Dang.
Who won? Come on, y'all. Who won?
Dang.
All right, come on, chat room. Vote.
Who won? Throw your votes in there. Throw your votes
You know
in
what?
there.
We should have done a
Wait for them to vote. Because, they get quiet after a certain time. They still showing they in there. Let's vote. They still in there. Let's vote. All right. So, Sylvester, we're going to start with you. Who would you say first place?
Ooh, well, the one that keeps me laughing the most is what is it, Stacy with the guy. What did he say again? What did he tell you? Where you going?
Where you go?
Where you think you going?
So yeah, that's my vote right there. That's my vote.
Okay. Oh,
Christine
All right. Well, we wait for the chat. Tony, who are you voting for?
Oh, it's tough, man. It's really tough. Stacy's is good, but I'm gonna have to go with the pastor.
Okay.
Pastor.
Okay. All right.
Marianne says Sylvester has her
Mary
vote.
says Sylvester. Okay. Corey, who you saying?
I think Stacy. I'm gonna go with Stacy.
Make America great again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going with the pastor too.
You okay? Wait a minute. Okay, you go with the pastor too, King?
That one is just loaded.
Jeez. Oh, y'all. Oh. I don't know.
Did Stacy vote?
Oh, sorry, Stacy. Sorry, babe.
Well, I didn't get all the details, because I came in late, but you go on a date and then end up in the hospital with a hospital bill,
From the house to the hospital.
with a hospital bill.
With stitches.
Yeah.
No, stitches and memories.
And they still friends.
They still friends.
Yeah, friends.
Yes. She's married now, but we still talk about that and laugh about it. Yeah, it's laughable now.
Do you check on him?
Do you check on him?
The husband doesn't have. There's no forks allowed in the house.
They eat with sports.
They are spoons.
The sports.
He checks the spoons all the time to make sure there ain't no sharp edges.
Well, the funny thing, when he actually found out what happened, I mean, he was just like, he couldn't believe it. He could not believe it. But, of course, over the years, he's able to laugh about it now too. But when he first heard about it, he was just like, no way. But yeah.
He said, not my baby.
So you wasn't waiting on a story for him to tell you about what she did to him? Or
No, because like I said, her and I had been friends since like elementary school. And I had, we've never, ever had any issues throughout our friendship, ever. But that day, like I said, I think, with me faking like I was choking, and then she was trying to help me, and I'm laughing because it was just funny. And we got up, everything was fine. Oh, so I thought. We sitting at the table and we just again talking, but this time I'm eating. She's just sitting there listening, and she's talking back, and then just out of nowhere she picks up the fork and just bam right in my thigh, and I was just like, oh my god. I mean, it was.
That makes it worse.
That was not out of nowhere.
I have a question. When she came out of nowhere, was she screaming
out of
with it?
nowhere.
Was it like, ah?
No, she just picked it up and she stabbed me. But now on the way to the hospital, like I said, she was like, I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, what I said was, I was like, can I say it on here?
Yeah.
Okay. She kept saying, like, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe. I'm like, bitch, you stabbed me. Like, what? Like, are you serious?
Wait a minute. I'm mad now. Why didn't you say that before?
Like I mean, it was just it was crazy. It was crazy. And she continued, like, even after we left the hospital, she continued to like justify it by me, faking like I was choking. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm just shaking my head like, I can't believe you really stabbed me. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you crazy?
But did she take her finger? Did she take her finger and poke you in your stitches? Did she like
did she like
give you an extra jab in the
No, you know what? We went back to my house. She got her car now and she left. But of course, the next day, I guess when things just kind of set in, now she apologized and everything. And like I said, we had been friends for so long. I was just like, it's all good. I'm alive. I'm okay. I'm gonna be fine. And we just, continue our friendship. And like I said, we're still friends to this day.
Yes, King. My expressions exactly.
Wow.
Honestly, I thought that when you got up, she just like stabbed you, whatever.
None.
Like, no, I was still sitting at the table.
You got up, you were eating, y'all were talking, and then out of
nowhere. Yeah.
That was not out of nowhere. Remember,
it was tough.
I'm on my podcast.
Remember, he said he was eating, she was sitting there.
Right.
So she was sitting there fuming, and she fumed to the point where she was like, I'm about to stab this MF right now.
And that's exactly what probably happened, King.
And that's what she did. The thought came in her mind and she just did it.
She said, oh, hell no.
Ninja style. Bam.
I couldn't decide which way to vote. I'm sitting here thinking, and I hate to do this because it makes a two-way tie, but Sylvester, you got my vote.
Right.
Tracy, we can't see you.
So we got a tie? So the
we
tie
have a tie. The tie is between Neil and Sylvester.
But Mary just voted for Sylvester. Did we get Mary's vote?
Yep, I got Mary's vote. So Sylvester got 3. Neil got 3.
Then I'll vote for then I'll move my vote over to Sylvester because he did end up in the hospital. When
yes.
From
date to hospital
with information or a kiss.
Well, but that's the case, Sylvester is our winner.
But Neil almost lost his hand. He almost
but Neil's votes came from a combination of 2 stories.
Oh,
Sylvester got 4.
He got a 4
with 1 story. So Sylvester, you are our winner of the worst day ever tonight.
Does he have a scar? You got a scar?
I do. On my thigh. Yes, I have.
Show us.
Show us. I want to see it.
Yeah. Hey, stop. Wait a minute.
What?
He
well, you know what?
On his thigh. We are men here. We don't want to see that. Bring him to the girls' meeting.
yeah. It's on my left thigh, and
you can take a picture of it.
That's my little mark.
Take a picture of that war wound.
I'm gonna send it to Donna. I'm gonna send it to Donna.
Yeah.
And Donna, yeah. But it's it's on my left thigh, and it's it's like it's like a little
okay, I want to see.
No. Now the thing is, the prongs, when it first happened, like the prongs and stuff were there, but then once they stitch it up, you just see like the little stitch line and where the prongs were.
Like
They're like,
a Frankenstein stitch.
yeah, it was a cross stitch.
Yo,
but but over the years, it's just like where the prongs were. It's like dark. It's like dark spots.
Mm.
It looks like Braille.
Like Braille. Wow. Wow.
She left a
All
mark,
y'all.
literally.
Yeah. We knew this was gonna be a good one. We need some laughter. We need some laughter.
I'm so sad I came late.
Yo, but yeah, the stories were good. I love the call in. I love that. We're gonna have to do the call in again, and I'm sure as much as people join, of course, the different topics is something new. So when everybody kind of gets used to it, we'll continue to try to do the call ins on different topics. But thank you everybody for joining tonight. Really appreciate it. Really enjoyed it. Takeaways from tonight, Tony.
Do never fake like you're choking.
Yes.
On a date. On a
Yes.
date. Never
Yes.
fake like you're choking on a date.
The prank gone wrong.
King, what's your takeaways?
Just be prepared for anything on any date because you never know what the hell you gonna get.
You gonna get. Stacey?
Or get took.
Just I mean, I always take my weapon with me. So I mean, hey, just in case,
Yeah.
Safety first.
Safety first. Corey,
because I didn't even go straight home. I drove up and down 75.
Make sure you wasn't getting followed.
Make sure you wasn't getting followed. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Corey B.
For dating. Okay. Do your Kegels because you never know if somebody forehead kisses you or touch you on the small of your back after a great date.
Might come in handy.
You might see Bobby B, I guess. I don't know. I didn't hear that story, but yeah, do your Kegels. They always help.
They always help. They always help. Sylvester?
Just ladies, men, just always be prepared. Always be prepared, for whatever. Like King said, for whatever. Always have an exit and sometimes have an entrance by what Corey B said.
I'm always in the mind of safety for several different reasons. But my dad always taught us. My dad, law enforcement. My brother, law enforcement. Remember when McGruff, the crime dog, when we come to school and everybody do their fingerprints and stuff? Yeah, we was first in line. He wasn't playing. But where y'all card? Y'all got y'all fingerprints? But safety has always been a part of my mindset because I just been taught that way. I grew up in a family where the majority were males. So it was either fight or get beat up. In a sense, meaning they always made sure the girls knew how to protect themselves and keep themselves safe or whatever. And just life happens and it doesn't always work when you need it to or whatever, but safety first. Always be safe. Dating is a great thing. Process of getting to know somebody. You never know what will come out of it. So I agree with everybody. Enjoy yourself, but be safe. Be mindful and have a good time. And there's nothing wrong with saying, nah, this is not my person. So stop letting dating be so rough and hard. Enjoy it. Let it be what it's purposed to be, to learn. All right, y'all. Thank you. We will see y'all next week. Good night.
All right.
Take it easy.
Everybody have a good evening.
All right.